You know taekwondo!
Hey everybody, what is up? My name is Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and together we are Paradise Games.
And today we're going to be reviewing the Days of Wonder Blizzard Entertainment mashup, Small World of Warcraft, designed by Philippe Kiarts.
Now, Jonathan, you wouldn't know anything about World of Warcraft, would you?
Might have played a little bit in like middle school or something.
Oh, really?
Leroy Jenkins! Alright, so I might check up on my priest and Death Knight from time to time.
And I know absolutely nothing about WoW, as I've learned it's called, but I do know a good board game. So let's Hearthstone in, shall we?
Small World of Warcraft is a retheming of the popular game Small World. It's a world of laughter and a world of tears in which you are one of many races trying to control the limited areas of land in this small world. In a few words, Small World of Warcraft is an area control game in which you are strategizing to move your resources around the board, controlling the lands that benefit you and get you victory points. As you conquer more lands and spread your army thin, you'll have the option to go into decline and bring a new race into the small world, where you'll continue on your path to victory. In this version of Small World of Warcraft, you'll have the option to join the Battle for Azeroth and pit Horde against Alliance, and even have neutrals in the middle.
It's pretty easy to conquer lands. In most cases, have 2 more than the number of tokens currently occupying, and it's yours.
Find the best combinations of special traits and races and use your newfound power to conquer the small world.
Once that round tracker gets to the final space, everyone take 1 more turn, count up those victory points, and the person with the most wins.
Well met.
Okay, right off the bat, what'd you think?
I really like this game. I thought it was a lot of fun. I think that being a area control strategy war game, I see it playing out a little bit differently as a 3, 4, 5 player game, and I think that's probably where it shines most. But it really worked as a 2-player game. Its versatility with using the different size islands, so there's these large, medium, and small islands that you use in different configurations based off how many players you have, really gave us the option to play it with 2 players and not feel like it was too big to be a small world.
And I'd like to say, full disclosure, we have not played Small World before, but that does not mean that we did not enjoy this game. And I actually want to ask you, so this game is Small World of Warcraft, so how did the Warcraft theming play into the game?
Yeah, so I watched some videos, just to see what Small World was like, and it really kept to the core of the rules. It kept to the sort of same feeling, but gosh, I watched the old Small World and I was like, this is perfect for World of Warcraft. It fits beautifully. If anyone is going to retheme a game and make another game, have a different theme, I think World of Warcraft is a perfect choice for Small World. I thought that everything felt very natural. There were a lot of things about mountains and mines that made it easy, to move your characters places, and it worked so well with like the dwarves and the kobolds and all that. And I just thought it played very, very nicely. The way they did the special traits, there were a lot of these like intimidating sort of, generic war ones, but there was also like herbalism and farming and this other stuff that showed, fishing, that just like gave you victory points based off, having those secondary traits. And I just thought it played really well to the theme of the game. It's clear that the people involved in designing this game are familiar with World of Warcraft. Loktar!
Overall, I thought it was a very good game. I did not feel limited because I did not know World of Warcraft. I didn't always get Jonathan's inside jokes that he would laugh about to himself as we played the game. I feel like the rules lended itself for me just being able to read what the character did. I think this is similar enough to Small World. It's just like playing a generic monster, a generic bad guy to a person that doesn't know World of Warcraft. So I think if you wanted to get this game and you're a huge fan of World of Warcraft, but you have people in your party that don't really know it that much, I think they're still going to get a lot out of it. And I think they're still going to enjoy the game.
Watch your back!
So the first time we played the game, and this was, keep in mind we're playing this with just the 2 of us, so 2-player version of this game. I whooped Jonathan, and I don't think it's just because I was amazing at this game.
Well, this is a common theme though. You've actually whooped me like in every new game we've gotten recently.
Well, I win the first time, but after Jonathan thinks about the strategy for a little while, then the next time, then I'm really beat. But our first scores on that game, I was like 120 and you were like 60 at the victory points at the end.
Yeah, you just walloped me with the Forsaken. So,
yeah, and then the second time we played, he beat me by a ton. One of us got like a better pairing. It seemed to destroy the other person. But then we played it a third time.
Yeah, so we played the Battle for Azeroth, which honestly, I think this should be the core main way the game is played. I think that it should be an option to go free for all where you go with all the races, but really Battle for Azeroth is totally the way to go. So you play as the Horde versus the Alliance, and you play one-on-one where you've got the Horde and the Alliance, and there's only one set of special traits that sort of slide around based on picking the Horde and the Alliance, so those combos are constantly changing. But what I really liked about that, it felt more thematic. I didn't like Alliance beating Alliance and Horde beating Horde. It just felt kind of silly. But I really liked when we played that way. And our scores were way more even in those games.
So I feel like the times that we played Battle for Azeroth, you only would beat me by about like 10 points.
I think in a two-player game, some of the special traits felt really, really strong. There was the championing and the intimidating. You could just like force out the other player, and in that small of land, you really could get control of anything with those special traits.
Yeah,
so.
I really got my butt whooped when you use the champion. So I feel like with a two-player game, you just run into the problem of like, you're always targeting the other person, so you as the other person don't have a chance to rebuild your army. So I feel like that is why the margin of victory points becomes so large in a two-player game. The 3 to 5 player game, I feel like it would work great. So I actually found this game pretty easy to pick up on, and I feel like when we play games, I am the one more on like the struggle. I kind of have to play it through once to really get what's going on, but this game I picked up right away. I felt like they paired nicely together, and I was able to just read like the side sheet if I had questions.
Basically, there's the races and then there's the special traits, and they each have this sort of explanation on how they work. But the thing that I had a problem with was that the reference cards, these like big sheets that they give us,
they're huge.
It's the size of the box. But the problem that I had with the special reference sheets was that it felt like it contained like 80% of the information I needed to know to actually understand how the player's trait worked. There were cases where you gained victory points based on how many lands you controlled, but in the reference card it didn't specify whether it was your in decline race or whether it was your current race. But then when you go to read the actual book and you go read the rule book, it says that it's your current active race. So it felt almost, to be honest, it felt like the reference card was written by a different person than the rule book.
Yeah.
Because it felt like they had a different understanding of how the rules worked, and all they had to do was swap one word for another and it would have made more sense. So it's going to be a good reference card for once I actually know all the rules, but until that point, I was so lost. The judge of a good reference card is how many times I have to look it up in the rule book to get the full version of the rule, and this got like an F for that.
I found the reference cards extremely helpful as a non-World of Warcraft player because it was able to fill in those blanks, because some people kind of might be able to guess what these characters might be able to do, but I don't know what a gnome does.
Hey, can I help you with something? The art was really, really great. So
Yeah.
I thought that the animation style was beautiful. I thought that the design of the pieces was great. You have all the tokens in the tray, which by the way, that tray and the rest of that box is really, really nice. But you've got the tray full of all the races, and you just get excited about what you're going to play and who you're going to pick next. I thought all the components felt very well made. They were made out of good, thick cardboard and felt well constructed. They punched out nice and easy. And I would say the one thing that was like a little weird was that the design of the box was perfect for fitting everything, but there's a gap at the top of the box that is big enough that if you try to store that thing on its side, everything dumps out. So
Which we did.
So I put this styrofoam in here to hold everything in place that I broke off from a recent Amazon package, and that has solved our problem temporarily.
But it worked.
Testingo!
I would definitely recommend this board game too. Obviously, any World of Warcraft video game fan is, I think, gonna totally geek out over this game, especially if they like board games, and they're totally gonna love this game. And I feel like also, if you haven't played World of Warcraft in a while, I think it brings back that nostalgia feeling.
Yeah, so I got the game. I was so excited. I texted a picture to my brother, and he responded with a activation code for 2 months on World of Warcraft. So good job, Blizzard, you got us. Oh. I'm really excited to share this with my brother and my dad.
And then also groups of gamers that also enjoy a good board game, but also are WoW fans, or just if some people in the group are WoW fans.
The Naru have not forgotten us. This is a big game to really get that thematic experience. So I recommend when you start playing, put on that Spotify World of Warcraft playlist and just like listen through your tavern music and your intro theme and play your game and you'll have a great time.
All right, everyone, and that is our review of Small World of Warcraft. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. We'd love to have you. And also please leave a comment if you have any games you'd like to see us do.
And stay tuned for our next video. We'll be showing you spooky games we're playing this October.
You are not prepared!
Safe travels. Well met, Loktar. Watch your back. You no take candle. How you doing, man? Man. No, I'm not gonna say that. Peace, friend. Boy. Alright, I'm done.